Good evening, viewers. This is your anchor Kekrazanyo Solo. You're now watching Hornbill TV's Northeast Express. A 10-month-old child in Assam has been diagnosed with the HMPV virus, marking the state's first record case, according to the officials. Superintendent of Assam Medical College and Hospital, JioTV Bhuyan, confirmed the infection, stating that a test was conducted on the child, which returned positive results. The HMPV virus was first identified in 2001. And this morning, he said that the authorities got the report of a child who had come here who had a cough and symptoms, which has been diagnosed with the HMP virus. The test was part of the routine, but the results came positive. There is nothing to worry about, he stated, and also said that the child is perfectly fine and it is a 10-month-old child, said Bhuyan.
सुबह हम लोगों को एक रिपोर्ट मिला कि हम लोगों के यहाँ पे एक बच्चा आया हुआ था जो कॉमन कोल्ड से पीड़ित था। उनको मतलब उनके शरीर में HMPV वायरस की अवस्थिति डिटेक्ट हुआ था। दिस वाज जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ आवर रूटीन टेस्टिंग कि मतलब ऐसे बच्चे को हम लोग 2014 से ही टेस्ट करवा रहे हैं एंड ये इंटरेस्टिंगली पॉजिटिव आया, बट डरने की कोई बात नहीं है। बच्चा अभी संपूर्ण सुस्त है, वो खेल कूद रहा है। नाउ ही इज परफेक्टली ऑल राइट।
सर ये बच्चा कौन सा अंचल का?
ये 10 महीने का एक बच्चा है फ्रॉम लखीमपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट। हम लोग के यहाँ पे एडमिट।
Two tourists from Assam met with an accident at Mau Dock while returning from Sora, Cherrapunji on Sunday. The vehicle carrying the tourists veered off the road, resulting in minor injuries to both passengers. The incident occurred in the picturesque Mau Dock area, which is a popular route for travellers visiting Sora. Fortunately, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Health Minister Amparin Lingdo, who were returning from Sora, came across the accident site. Sangma's accompanying medical team, led by a doctor attached to his office, provided assistance to the injured tourist, and an ambulance was promptly called, and the victims were transported to the hospital for further treatment.
Don't talk to him.
Do you have doctor medicine? Do you have?
Oh, doctor, the team is there.
My doctor.
Your team is there.
He's my doctor. You can call and police officer that they can get the traffic को recruit करो।
Up next, there's two individuals, including a purported member of the Bharatiya Janata Party Youth Manipur, who were apprehended at Bir Tikendrajit International Airport on Imphal on Saturday with approximately 31.6 kgs of cannabis. The duo was reportedly preparing to board an Indigo flight from Imphal to Delhi. According to Manipur police, the contraband was detected by security personnel and also CISF staff during routine baggage screening at the airport. The items were concealed in 3 separate bags belonging to the 2 passengers, the update said. One of the individuals has been identified as one Rojit Chongtam of Singjamai Chongtam Lekai, Imphal West. He is reportedly the state secretary of BJYM, and the other person has been identified as one Sangreng Tam Dingu of Kakching Khunu Tingam Bokul Lekai in Kakching district. Authorities reported that the suspected cannabis was packed into 3 bags, a red bag containing 16.520 kg, a black bag containing 9.580 kgs, and a green bag containing 5.500 kg, making a total of 21.600 kg. When contacted, BJP Manipur Vice President C.H. Chidananda clarified that the party's youth wing working committee had been dissolved nearly 2 years ago. The youth wing of the party still exists according to updates, but the state person claiming to be the state's secretary of BJYM is not related to the BJP, Chidananda stated. The Manipur Congress has made a serious allegation against the BJP-led state government, accusing it of playing a role in exacerbating the ongoing ethnic crisis in the state. The charges revolve around a payment of Rs 6.27 crore to the Kukizo militant group and the SOO suspension of operations signatory Mar People's Convention Democratic HPCD despite the state government's announcement of withdrawing from the SOO agreement. K. Megachandra, the president of the Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC, made these claims during a press conference on Saturday at the Congress Bhavan. He alleged that the payment made via check to two HPCD members occurred in July 2024, despite the state's official stance on ending the SOO agreement with Kukizo militant groups.
Of the Kuki groups and Congress is always demanding illegal transfers of money and the release of fund to the team, to the leaders of the suspension of operations, and mostly the important demands of the Congress party, which have been made in 2022, and also continue its demands that the violations of the guidelines of the security-related scheme expenses, which is under umbrella schemes of modernization of the police force. In this regard, 27.38 crores was released in 2022, and also that was reflected in the report of the Auditor General of India, which was tabled on the August House of Manipur Assembly. And for that, we always demand for the reasons why such illegal activities has been done, and also the violations of the guidelines against the guidelines of the security-related expenses. Rupees 27.38 crores was released to the accounts of the creditors under suspension of operations, so without linking. That is how unanimously resolved to urge the government of India to abrogate the suspension of operations, sue Phek with all these cookies or UZ groups militants. So this was taken to 29 February 2024. So this is also the decision of the state government, proposal of the state government. Again, violating this decision, they are releasing the fund to one of the group, ISPC,
Convention.
Mar People Convention, yes, a democratic. So this amount of 6.27 was released in July 2024, which stands against the resolution of the August House Manipur Assembly. So this is creating the problem. This is adding fuel to the fire. And again, in 2022,
Manipur will be competing in 21 out of the 34 events scheduled for the forthcoming 38 National Games 2025, which will take place from January 28 to February 14th in Uttarakhand. Chief de Mission M. Rajinder Singh has appealed to the state government to release the 2.8 crore budget submitted by the Manipur Olympic Association to cover expenses for the National Games. Manipur will compete in 34 events, including archery, boxing and athletics, with 436-member contingent. The games will be held across 11 venues, and Manipur's team will compete in 7 of them. The contingent will comprise 436 members, including athletes, coaches, officials from the Manipur Olympic Association and media personnel.
Here, on behalf of Manipur Olympic Association, on behalf of the contingent consists of 436 members, I would like to request all friends, all Manipuris in the state, on section of society to kindly just bless the team morally, physically, if not financially. Your blessings will be full courage, will be the strength of the athletes to win the medals in the coming national event. The qualifications of the athletes here, because of some reason, technical reason, there is some delay in selection of the athletes in the federation. Few disciplines we are waiting. This number 436 may increase also. So in the last, I like to again repeat my request to all who are supporting our team for their blessings for the best performance of Manipur in the national game.
The joint search and rescue operations are underway at the Red Hole coal mine at 3 Kilo Umrangsau area in Assam's Dimahasau to locate 5 others trapped. The rescue teams of the Indian Army, Indian Navy, NDRF and other agencies have retrieved 4 bodies from the flooded Red Hole mine so far. 9 workers were trapped inside the mine after water entered into the mine. On January 8, the first body, identified as Ganga Bahadur Shred from Nepal, was recovered from the flooded Red Hole mine. On January 11, 3 other bodies were recovered, namely Lejan Magar, 27 years old, from Kalamati village in Umrangsau, Khusi Mohan Rai, 57, from Magergaon in Kokrachhar, Assam, and Sarad Goyari, 37, from Thalaipara in Sonitpur, Assam. The rescue operations are still underway, with 5 miners still missing. A 12-member special rescue team from Coal India reached the site of the mine collapse in Assam's Dimahasau on Friday to locate and rescue 8 other workers who are still trapped underground in the inundated Red Hole mine. Earlier, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma announced that the registration of an FIR and the arrest of 1 individual in connection with the incident has taken place.
मैं इंस्पेक्टर रोशन कुमार सिंह एनडीआरएफ के टीम कमांडर हूँ।
आज सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन का आज 7वां दिन में।
हाँ जी।
तो कुछ अपडेट बता सकते हैं कि अब तक क्या हुआ है?
अब तक जब से ऑपरेशन चालू हुआ है तब से 4 डेड बॉडी रिकवर की गई ज्वाइंट ऑपरेशन में। कुछ एनडीआरएफ, कुछ आर्मी, नेवी, ये सब का मतलब मिला जुला रहा है, वो निकाला गया ज्वाइंट ऑपरेशन।
जो डीवाटरिंग प्रोसेस है,
डीवाटरिंग प्रोसेस कंटिन्यू है। वाटर लेवल डाउन हो रहा है, डाउन होने के बाद फिर हम अपना ऑपरेशन चालू कर देंगे।
और देखते हैं कि पंप्स भी लगाया गया है कोल इंडिया की तरफ से।
हाँ, कोल इंडिया का पंप पर लगा है, उनके देख रहे हैं सामने ये सब आ रखा है इक्विपमेंट। अब वो उसको स्टेबल करेंगे। वो
मतलब कि डीवाटरिंग प्रोसेस कंप्लीट होने के बाद जो फंसे हुए लोग हैं उनको निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे।
नहीं, कोशिश जब डीवाटरिंग हो जाएगा तो हम निकाल देंगे। हमारे पास इतनी कैपेसिटी है कि हमारे ट्रेनिंग है उस तरह का है कि हम रेस्क्यू करते हैं उस तरह के, हम निकाल लेंगे सर।
Heading on to the next news. If you visit the villages of Assam at this time of the year, your senses will be delighted by the aroma of traditional delicacies like pitas, laddus and various rice-based treats. The rhythmic sound of the dheki, which is a traditional wooden tool for grinding rice, fills the air as people prepare for one of the state's most significant festivals, Bhogali Bihu, also known as Makh Bihu. In Majuli, the world's largest inhabited river island and nearby Jorhat district, preparations are in full swing. Women are busy making traditional treats like til pita, ghila pita and various jalpans, which is assorted rice-based snacks. Meanwhile, the youth and adults construct bhela ghar, temporary structures made of bamboo and straw where they gather to feast and spend the night in revelry. Adding to the festivities, around 700 families from Bhakat Chapori in Majuli have been preparing gur, molasses, a key ingredient in many of the festival's delicacies. This year, The efforts have been particularly fruitful, with sales of molasses across Assam generating impressive earnings. Bhogali Bihu, the harvest festival, marks the end of the harvesting season, and it is celebrated with great enthusiasm across Assam and symbolizes gratitude to the god of fire through a ceremonial bonfire known as Meiji. The festival has its roots in Tibeto-Burman culture, traditions, and is a time of community bonding, feasting, and also rituals. The tragic mining incident in Assam's Dima Hasao has left families of the deceased in a state of despair. Junu Pradhan, the grieving wife of 27-year-old Legion Magar, is struggling to come to terms with the loss of her husband, the sole breadwinner of their family. With a 2-month-old baby to care for, Junu is uncertain about their future, feeling totally helpless. Legion Magar was the only earning source of the family, and they have a 2-month-old child, Junu Pradhan said. She expressed worry about their future and is also now totally helpless, she added. The 27-year-old Legion Magar was among 9 workers who were trapped inside the inundated Red Hole coal mine after water entered the mine on January 6. On January 8, the first body, identified as Ganga Bahadur Shred from Nepal, was recovered from the flooded Red Hole mine. On January 11, 3 other bodies were recovered, which were Legion Magar, 27, from Kalamati village in Umrongsau, Khushi Mohan Rai, 57, from Magargaon in Kokrachhar, Assam, and Sarad Goyari, 37, from Thayapara in Sonitpur, Assam. The rescue operations are still underway as of updates, with 5 miners still missing. According to her, January 6 was the first working day at the mine, and her husband, who also went along with other people, and got trapped. She does not know how she will live and nurture the child, Pradhan said, speaking to the media. She also said to have married to Legion Magar 2 years ago.
5 दिन आया था काम में।
5 दिन आया था। तो इससे पहले क्या करते थे वो?
ऐसा ही काम करता था।
यहाँ पर ही ऐसे?
यहाँ पर नहीं करता था।
कहाँ पर?
दूसरा जुल में करता था काम।
दूसरा जुल में। तो मतलब आपकी फैमिली में और कौन कौन है?
कोई भी नहीं है।
आपका बच्चा?
बच्चा 2 महीना का है।
2 महीने का। मतलब कितने दिन पहले आप लोगों का शादी हुआ था?
2 साल जैसा।
2 साल जैसा। तो ये हादसा आपको कब पता चला? मतलब सोमवार का दिन सुबह में। सोमवार का दिन सुबह में। तो वो घर से कब निकले थे?
इधर में बैठ के काम करता था वो।
ये कैंप पे बैठता।
अच्छा, ये कैंप पे। तो वो अकेला था, मतलब ये इनकम करने वाला, आपका जो फैमिली का इनकम करने वाला, वो
अकेला था।
Authorities in Port Blair of Andaman and Nicobar have destroyed drugs worth approximately 36,000 crore seized by police in Sri Vijayapuram. Director General of Police Hargobinder Singh Dhaliwal said Andaman and Nicobar police have started destroying India's largest drug seizure, over 6,000 kg. They are being incineration due to the cash large quantity, he said. The pollution that is generated from the activity can be controlled, and all other methods like water disposal, open burning or soil digging cause much more pollution than incineration. Permission was taken from the civic authorities for this, according to updates, he said.
अंडमान निकोबार पुलिस ने जैसे कि पूरे पैन इंडिया में हो रहा है ड्रग डिस्ट्रक्शन, माननीय गृह मंत्री जी के देख में सारी तमाम पुलिस फोर्स ने हर जगह से आज के दिन रिकॉर्ड डिस्ट्रक्शन किया है। उसी के चलते अंडमान निकोबार पुलिस ने भी, जो कि इंडिया का लार्जेस्ट सीजर ऑफ मेथाम्फेटामिन था आज तक का, 6,000 kg प्लस, उसकी शुरुआत कर दी है। ये क्योंकि बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में ड्रग था, तो इसको कुछ दिन लगेंगे, लगातार इंसिनरेटर चलेगा और जिससे ये सारी ड्रग जो है डिस्ट्रॉय की जाएगी। और बड़े रिकॉर्ड टाइम में हमें ये खुशी है कि लेस देन 1 महीने के अंदर फॉरेंसिक से ओपिनियन लेने के बाद हम एक बहुत ही छोटे टाइम में मतलब 6 हफ्ते के अंदर अंदर हम इस ड्रग को डिस्ट्रॉय कर पाए हैं, जो कि बहुत बड़ी एक उपलब्धि है, जो कि इसलिए संभव हो पाया है क्योंकि नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो का और होम मिनिस्ट्री का दोनों का हमें बड़ा सपोर्ट रहा है। यहाँ की लोकल सिविल अथॉरिटीज़ का भी बहुत सपोर्ट रहा है। चाहे जीबी पंत हॉस्पिटल में काफ़ी दिक्कतें थी इंसिनरेटर में, बट फिर भी उन्होंने हमें इसको मुहैया करवाया और जिसके कारण से हम ये सारी ड्रग डिस्ट्रक्शन शुरू कर पाए।
सर, ये जो बर्निंग के टाइम पे जो एयर पोल्यूशन का खतरा है सर, उसको लेकर कोई मेजर्स
नहीं? पोल्यूशन के इंसिनरेटर में हमने बड़े सारे इसमें लोकल पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल कमेटी के पास एक डिस्क्रिशन होती है, वो ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं कि कैसे डिस्पोज हो, क्योंकि मात्रा बहुत बड़ी थी। उसमें बड़े तरीके के डिस्पोजल हैं, ओपन बर्निंग भी है, बेरिंग इनटू सॉइल भी है, वाटर वेस्ट में भी जा सकता है, लेकिन इन सबसे जो लीस्ट हार्मफुल था वो था इनको इंसिनरेट करना, जो कि हमने फिर रिक्वेस्ट करके सिविल अथॉरिटी से ये इंसिनरेटर को लिया और जिससे कि आज जो कि तय समय था और टाइम था उस पर ये कार्रवाई शुरू हो गई।
India's foreign exchange reserves continue to decline, extending their slump for over 3 months now. India's forex reserve has slumped 13 out of the past 14 weeks, hitting about a 10-month low. In the week that ended January 3rd, the country's foreign exchange kitty declined by USD 5.693 billion to USD 634.585 billion. The latest data from the Reserve Bank of India showed. The reserves has been falling ever since it touched an all-time high of USD 704.89 billion in September. Effectively, they are now over 10% lower from the peak. The reserves have been declining likely due to RBI intervention aimed at aggressively preventing a sharp depreciation of the rupee. The Indian rupee is now at its all-time low against the US dollar. The latest RBI data showed that India's foreign currency assets FCA, the largest component of forex reserves, stood at USD 545.480 billion and gold reserves currently amount to USD 67.92 billion, with a USD 824 million jump last week according to RBI data. Foreign exchange reserves or FX reserves are assets held by nation's central bank or monetary authority, primarily in reserve currencies such as the US dollar, with smaller portions in the euro, Japanese yen and pound sterling. That's all for now. For more news, stay tuned and keep watching Hornbill TV.